Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. The most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government, and I'm here to help." Peace is not absence of conflict, it is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. When you can't make them see the light, make them feel the heat. We must reject the idea that every time a law is broken, society is guilty, rather than the lawbreaker. It is time to restore the American precept that each individual is accountable for his actions. We are never defeated unless we give up on God. Government's first duty is to protect the people, not for run their lives. There are no great limits to growth, because there are no limits of human intelligence, imagination, and wonder. The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted, it belongs to the brave. Within the covers of the Bible are the answers for all the problems men face. There are no easy answers, but there are simple answers. We must have the courage to do what we know is morally right. It has been said that politics is the second oldest profession. I have learned that it bears a striking resemblance to the first. Surround yourself with the best people you can find, delegate authority, and don't interfere as long as the policy you've decided upon is being carried out. A people free to choose will always choose peace. To sit back, hoping that someday, some way, someone will make things right, is to go on feeding the crocodile, hoping he will eat you last, but eat you, he will. History teaches that war begins when governments believe the price of aggression is cheap. Information is the oxygen of the modern age. It seeps through the walls topped by barbed wire, it wafts across the electrified borders. If we love our country, we should also love our countrymen. The problem is not that people are taxed too little, the problem is that government spends too much. Concentrated power has always been the enemy of liberty. Let us ask ourselves, what kind of people do we think we are? And let us answer, free people, worthy of freedom, and determined not only to remain so but to help others gain their freedom as well. I am not worried about the deficit. It is big enough to take care of itself. People do not make wars, governments do. Freedom prospers when religion is vibrant and the rule of law under God is acknowledged. But there are advantages to being elected president. The day after I was elected, I had my high school grades classified top secret. I call upon the scientific community in our country, those who gave us nuclear weapons, to turn their great talents now to the cause of mankind and world peace, to give us the means of rendering these nuclear weapons impotent and obsolete. Each generation goes further than the generation preceding it, because it stands on the shoulders of that generation. You will have opportunities beyond anything we've ever known. The objective I propose is quite simple to state: to foster the infrastructure of democracy, the system of a free press, unions, political parties, universities, which allows a people to choose their own way to develop their own culture, to reconcile their own differences through peaceful means. My philosophy of life is that if we make up our mind what we are going to make of our lives, then work hard toward that goal, we never lose, somehow we win out. Unemployment insurance is a prepaid vacation for freeloaders. We will always remember. We will always be proud. We will always be prepared, so we will always be free.